Hey everybody, it's Shaw Blackburn, the LoonWitch here, and today is April Fool's Day. It is the first Friday of the month of April, and it also happens to be April 1st, 2022. It is time for Tarot Chat and Munch. I hope that you enjoy these as much as I enjoy presenting them to you. Excuse me. It's always something with me anyway, right? So today I thought, in honor of April Fool's Day, what if we just talk about the Fool? How would that be? Let's just talk about this one card in the tarot. If you are new to the tarot, let me just say that the tarot can be as simple or as intense and complicated as you would like to make it. And that is the truth. But the Fool, when we look at the Fool in the tarot, a lot of things come to mind. We think about foolishness, foolhardiness. We think about making a rash decision. We think about folly, not having any kind of responsibility or any idea of our responsibility, right? So those are some of the top things that we think about when we look at our friend the Fool and when he comes up in the tarot for us. But also remember this: the Fool is the empty vessel. The Fool is the hollow bone if you practice shamanism, right? The Fool is something that's waiting to be filled up with something else. He is embarking on new experiences. Numerologically, the number 0, which represents the Fool, 0 is the void, right? So when you think about the idea of this Fool is coming out of nothingness. He's coming out of a place, a situation, an environment where he does not feel connected. He does not feel a part of the greater whole. He feels unempowered, disconnected. A lot of times he feels empty, not alone or lonely, but he feels empty. There's something else. There's something else. What's that? What's that other thing? What is that something else? So when we look at the Fool in the tarot, we look at the card. So this is the card from the Hanson Roberts Tarot, which is pretty much my go-to deck. But when we look at this card, you see him, he's got his little bag over his shoulder, he's got his little flower, you know, he's looking like he's out traveling. A lot of cards, you can't really see it on this one, but a lot of cards have a small dog nipping at his heels. Some cards will show you, you can see it a little bit in here. I gotta find where the thing is, but you see how he looks like he's walking off a cliff, right? So we don't know. Does he ever actually walk off the cliff? And what the heck is he looking at? Is he even looking at anything? Sometimes we see the Fool at the crossroads because he's got to make a decision. Now, there are some other decks, and every deck is a little bit different, but there's some other decks that show you different vantage points of the tarot. So I am in my deck of Tarot of the New Vision right now. I'm looking for my little Fool. Should have thought of this before. And we're going to see what the Tarot of the New Vision shows you that the Fool is looking at, or what's in front of him, because the New Vision shows us the perspective from standing behind the character in the card. So here we go. And the Tarot of the New Vision is specifically geared towards the artwork of the Rider-Waite. So if you look at this, look at, what's he doing? He's not even paying attention. There's a giant explosion. Is it a volcano? Could be. But there's a giant explosion happening, and he's just like, do. I got my flower. I got my knapsack. It's a great day to be alive. And that little dog is back there. See the little dog? The dog is back there like, holy crap, what's going on over there? What, that mountain is exploding. So there's a couple different views of the Fool. I want you to think about the Fool as who you are when you're starting something new. Every new adventure, we begin as the Fool. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what the outcome will be. We don't know what the journey will be. All we know is we're itching to do something different. We don't know necessarily where that's going to lead, but we want to do something different, and so we become the Fool. We become the Fool when we make an impetuous decision to do something without necessarily thinking it through. We become the Fool when we get into new relationships with people, new friendships, new romantic relationships. The thing about all new relationships is we always get that like really excited feeling. We always get that really empowered feeling, right? You get a lot of excess energy from going into something new like that. And then when we find our normalcy in that new situation, that's when we start coming down to earth and we're like, oh, well, it was okay, you know? But in between starting and getting to the finish line, we're learning. When we start something, we're the Fool. We're the hollow bone. We're the empty vessel. We know nothing about what we're going into. All we know is who we are. And all we can control is ourselves, our reactions, our feelings. We can control those things. Those are within our gift and power to control. We can control nothing else. And the Fool is totally out of control, right? He's totally just wandering the world. That looks good. Oh, what's over there? And that's who the Fool is. So the next time you need to make a decision, or the next time you need to have a feeling, maybe you have a feeling that you want to go on an adventure, allow yourself to be the Fool. Allow yourself to be simplistic about it, right? You don't have to pack anything more than what will fit in that tiny little bag. If you had to, when I was a kid, we used to do fire drills at the house, and I'm not really sure why. I guess my parents were concerned and wanted to make sure that if something happened, we knew how to get out of the house, we knew where to go, so that we could all be back together and that kind of thing. But sometimes we'd do the fire drills and I would be the last one out of the house, because I would be like grabbing that stuffed animal and this book and that other thing and putting them into a bag instead of just like getting out of the house. And so my dad had said to me, you know, what are the most important things for you to have from this house, from this room, right? Because obviously I was a kid, so it was my bedroom. So what were the most important things for me to have from that environment? And that's what I want you to think about when you're going on an adventure. What are the most important things that you need to have? Yourself, your wits. If you need medication, you need to have your medication. That's my age now. I need to have my medication with me. But that's pretty much all you need, right? You need yourself, you need your intelligence, you need your skill set, maybe a change of clothes. When I think about flying on a plane, and I've flown over to China many, many, many times, and in my carry-on luggage, that's where my medication lives. My medication always in the carry-on, because I absolutely cannot go a whole day without having it. So I have my medication. I have one change of clothes, but 2 pair of underwear. And I might have, like, if it's warm weather that I'm going to, I might have enough room for my jacket, you know, because here in New England, you never know what the weather is going to be. You could be flying home to a blizzard. You just don't know. So you got to be prepared for those types of situations, right? But yeah, think of your most important things, those must-have things. What would you pack as a carry-on for a plane? What can you not live without, you know. I love stationery, and I follow a lot of, well, really just two main shops, maybe three, possibly four. And a lot of them talk about the daily carry, right? So your bag, you have a bag, and your bag is what you put your daily carry items in, and those daily carry items are the things that you need to get through your day. So for me, my daily carry is my medication, my date book, my phone, my wallet, my keys. That's it. That's all I need. I lied. And my tarot deck. I always have, the tarot deck, I think, is fused to me somehow, so it's always with me. But those are the things that I need. That's it. That's it. Everything else I can get through my day without, you know, or I can get it on the go, whatever. So you're going to think about, if you're the Fool and you have to pack your little knapsack to go on your adventure because that's all you're allowed, what is it going to be? What are the things that you're going to pack? And those things that you would pack outside of the necessities of medication, clothing, maybe a snack, and your tarot cards, those things that you're packing, those things are going to tell you what kind of an adventure you're looking to have. You know, if you're packing a seashell and some incense and a bathing suit, you're going to the beach to do some meditation, maybe to do some yoga, I don't know, but you're going to the beach for sure, or to the lake or whatever. So pick a bag for yourself and be the Fool. Prepare loosely for an adventure, right? It is April Fool's Day this coming weekend. It's also a new moon today. So this coming weekend, April 2nd, April 3rd, you could do anything you want. The world is your oyster. Do whatever you want to do, but don't take more than your one little bag. Right? Just hop in the car and go. And see what adventure awaits you. Be the Fool. Don't be the silly, impetuous fool that's just like, you know, making crazy decisions, but allow yourself to be divinely guided to what do you have to have in your bag, and what is that bag then telling you your adventure should be, and then create the adventure around it. And allow yourself to be that empty vessel, just soaking it all in, having the true experiences of no expectations, no precognizant understanding of what the outcome is going to be, and have an adventure. And that's how you can embody the Fool card in the tarot. So next time, maybe I'll just pull another major arcana card and we'll talk through that and how you can embody that. Last thing I'm going to tell you about the Fool is that the reason there's a dog in there is specifically because the dog is alerting our Fool to what's going on around him, where he's kind of oblivious to his surroundings, right? Case in point that he's walking beside this mountain that's blowing up and he's just like tra-la-la. The dog is there to remind him about reality, about danger, about things he needs to pay more attention to. And so that's why he has the dog. The white flower is there because it shows resurrection, it shows newness, it shows the idea of adventure, right? He's totally letting go of those things that no longer serve him. He's let go of all those things and he's just moving on to the next big thing. So I hope you have a great day. I look forward to hearing your adventure. And if you're new to Tarot Chat and Munch, you can find all of the episodes on my mighty network, which is Enchanted Forest, swc.com. And join the tarot study group, and you'll have access to all the videos for the last year and a half. All right. Thank you so much. This is Shaw Blackburn signing off. Be well.